So again, as I said, good morning and welcome to this webinar. Just a quick introduction on Patients Engage. We are an online platform which has been operational for a few years now. And over the years, we've focused on holistic management of chronic conditions and aspects and attitudinal issues around disabilities. And we've looked at perspectives of patients, service users, and carers. And the basic intent is for people to recognize the value of lived experiences and how the lived experience makes them an expert in their condition. And the more you are better informed about your condition, the better your quality of life. That's something that is now scientifically proven as well. So it is important that we all learn to manage our conditions proactively and join communities where people are sharing those experiences and learn from each other. Quick recap on how to engage with us. You can check out our platform, www.patientsengage.com. You can also download the Android app where you'll get notifications of our new content. Specifically for disability, while we have a lot of communities for disability, we run the diversity and disability community along with the Vidya Sagar team. And you can follow us on our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. And if you have an experience to share, you can write into us at editor@patientsengage.com. So today's topic really is about how choices influence and shape personalities, and how eventually those personalities then determine your choices as well. And we will be speaking to our three panelists, Swaminathan, who's an artist, and we'll see some of his work as well. Bhavna Botta, who's a founder of Connect Special and activist as well. And Renuraj, who is a care attendant and has an intellectual disability. So for the last year, we've been doing webinars where we allow you to interact with experts of lived experiences. And while we have focused on better known conditions like cancer and diabetes, we've also talked about lesser known conditions like fibromyalgia and schizophrenia, as well as done a deep dive on issues relating to persons of disability. And some of the webinars we've run in this space are about inclusive play for children with developmental disabilities. We've talked of the emotional well-being of mothers of special need kids, the need for safe therapy and the involvement of parents in progress of the child's development. Before we start specifically on the series that we are working with Vidya Sagar, quick guidance to the attendees. And this is a legal requirement. We do sometimes have topics which will talk about medical information, but we would recommend that you consult your doctor and not take it as medical advice. But I think you can take that input because it's based on experiences of people, and discuss that with your doctor. This session will be recorded, so if you're logged into Zoom, you can post your questions on chat. If you're on Facebook, you can post your comments, questions on the live feed. And if you want privacy on Zoom, you can rename yourself. As I said, you can write into us at any time. Today's session is a bit different in terms of format. We will be talking to each panelist at a time. We won't be talking to all of them simultaneously. So if you have questions related to each panelist, please ask them while that session is going on, rather than at the end. A quick word on Vidya Sagar. Smitha, do you want to just talk us through?
Yeah, sure. Am I audible to you, Aparna?
Yep, you are.
Yeah, thank you, Aparna. And about Vidya Sagar, we are a rights-based organization working with persons with disabilities, and We also advocate for the rights of persons with disabilities. There we work cross disability. And with regard to services, specifically we are working with children and adults with neurological disabilities. And we reach out to around 4,000 individuals across the country and their families. We have different services. With every service is rights based, like special education or physiotherapy or counseling or occupational therapy, or vocational training, employment opportunities and employment training, or to train people with disabilities to live independently in every aspects of life. So we are focusing on all the on across the board, across lifespan. So
Right.
next slide.
Thanks. Thank you, Smitha. So as part of the specific series that we're doing with Vidya Sagar, we had, the last one we did was on evolving personalities of persons with disabilities, and um, we focused on the impact that disability had on the self-esteem and confidence of the person, and especially when the disability was acquired at a later stage, and how the attitudinal and environmental barriers also played a big role, as well as the lack of information and support, and how they then journeyed through acceptance to self-advocacy. We also highlighted the role of technology and the role of support and social circles. So today's discussion, we will demonstrate how presenting choices in an appropriate way enables persons with disability to not only decide at that moment, but also learn decision making over a period of time, and how augmented and assistive communication technology and techniques allow persons with disability to communicate, socialize, and make decisions. And finally, we will see how making decisions builds self-esteem as well as shapes personality. So that's really the topic for today. Our panelists today are Swaminathan, who's an artist and a weaver. He's on the autism spectrum, and he will be supported today on the panel by his mother, Shiv Shankari. Renuraj is a care professional. He has intellectual disability, and he will be supported by Smitha. And Bhavna Botta, who's an entrepreneur and a founder of Connect Special, disability rights activist. She has cerebral palsy, and she will be supported by her mother, Kalpana. And Smitha, who's our co-moderator, she's a disability rights activist. A lot of you already know her work, especially with the Election Commission of India and her work on accessibility. And she lives with multiple sclerosis. And I am Aparna Mittal, and I'm the moderator. So quick introduction on Swaminathan. He's an artist and a weaver. He's received accolades for his art from professionals in the art and design work. His work is featured in logos, paintings, murals in corporates, and in calendars. He's also learned to weave and enjoys the process of weaving and finds it therapeutic. And here are some of the samples of his work. You can see the incredible level of detailing that goes into his work. And he there's like many fine lines and designs that are always there. So it's very, very fascinating. Yeah, and this one, I don't know if this is supposed to be Vidya Sagar, or is it supposed to be another mall or something? Okay. So I think we will stop sharing the PowerPoint and we'll talk to our panelist. Okay. Hello, Swaminathan. Hi, Shiv Shankari. So Swami, when did you start drawing? Did you start drawing in childhood or after you finished school?
From childhood.
From childhood, okay. What do you like to draw? You like to draw what's, when you see something, or you just look at nature and draw?
Only when given a picture.
When he's given a picture, right. Okay. And Shiv Shankari, can you just quickly tell us about his, initial days of drawing, and when did you notice his talent? And yeah.
When he was 4 years old, he started to draw lines, shapes, and pictures for the given words. When given a picture, he will start from a point and complete it quickly without taking his hand or eye off the paper. He appears to copy from a picture or a photo, but gives it his unique visual perceptual slant in his art. The picture is completely created in a different style. This unique style developed naturally for him.
Right, right. Swami, do you like to draw in color or black and white?
Black and white.
Most of his drawings in black and white. Those that needs coloring, he will do it with sketch pens and crayons.
Right.
As he's good at drawings, I didn't give him paints and brushes right from the beginning.
Right, right. So you first draw and then color. Is that how? Right. Swami, what do you like to draw? You like to draw animals? You like to draw plants? You like to draw people? What do you like to draw?
Animals.
Animals. Okay.
Anything, any picture that is shown.
Right, right. Swami, you also learned weaving. When did you learn weaving? When did you try first?
Easy.
When he was 18 years old, he attended the Employment Education Center at Vidya Sagar.
Easy, okay, right.
Was introduced.
Right.
He had teachers and friends, so he enjoyed and excelled in weaving.
Right, right. Okay. And Swami, weaving takes a long time. So you like to draw or you like to weave?
Draw.
You like to draw?
Weaving needs a lot of assistance, so he preferred drawing.
Right, right. And what are the kinds of things he can do in terms of weaving?
Yoga mats.
Yoga mats.
Yoga mat, 7 feet by 3 feet mat.
Right.
Finish it in a week's time.
He finishes it in a
week. He works 2 hours for a day.
Right.
He will finish it
in 1 week. Okay. 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 Swami, you now get paid for your artwork?
Yes.
Do you get money? Okay.
His work has been outsourced to corporate firms and he gets his payments.
Right, right. And what do you use the money for? Do you save the money or you use it to buy things?
What do you use the money for?
Tours.
Tours. He likes to travel.
Tours, right, travel, right.
He likes to go to temples and hill stations.
Ah, okay, nice. Swami, do you also go out with friends?
Yes.
Who are your friends?
Abhishek.
Abhishek. Anjana.
Sudarshan.
Right. Right.
Srivatsan.
Right.
Bhavna.
Right. And yeah. And when you go out with them, you eat out with them?
Yeah, we went to a restaurant.
Or you go to a movie?
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant?
He often recollects the tour which he went with his friends to Calcutta. With a happy glint in.
Right, right. Smitha, there's a little bit of breaking in the audio, I think when Shiv Shankari speaks, so I don't know why. Okay, Swami, what's your favorite food?
Biryani and fish fry.
Biryani and fish fry. Right, right. Good. And your favorite music?
Sun music.
Sun music.
Loves to hear melodious songs and bhajans.
Right, right. Okay. Swami, your mother was in the hospital, right? So you helped a lot at work at that time? Helped out in the hospital?
To become all right.
To become all right. Yeah, you wanted her to become all right. Right.
He's a yogi in his nature and is ready to do any kind of help at any time without any hesitation.
Right.
Even
Right.
80 years old makes her feel comfortable.
Right. Right. Swami, where is your next art exhibition? In Chennai, in Delhi?
Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. And you want to be a famous artist, or you just enjoy being yourself?
Famous artist.
Famous artist. Good, good, good.
He lives in the moment and he has no big dreams. He wants
But
to be with his future with the support systems of Vidya Sagar.
right, right.
Wants to live independently, try to live independently and with his friends and
helping
yes,
each other.
of course, he also wants to become a famous artist.
Right. It's good. You should always want to do well.
Yes.
Right. Anything else you'd like to add, Shiv Shankari? No?
Swami is a very happy person. He will be, I'm sure he will be happy with his friends in future in the Vidya Sagar's supportive encouragement.
Right. Right. Good. Thank you.
Swami,
Thank you, Swami. Thank you, Shiv Shankari.
Vidya Sagar and Peshi.
Let me just check if there are any questions that are out there for people. Let me just do a quick check on that. I don't think there's any questions at the moment for Swami. Okay, all right. There's a few people saying good morning, but there's no questions. Okay, we will then move to Renuraj.
Before that, when all the panelists came in, so we took a picture of them, and so Swami have agreed to make his own drawing on that. So now
okay.
he will be doing the drawing, and by the end, maybe we can share that picture.
Oh, that will be great. That will be great.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shiv Shankari. Thank you, Swami.
Thank you, Swami.
Welcome.
Don't go too far behind. I think then the audio is not so great. So, okay. So quick introduction on Renuraj. He's a care professional. He has an intellectual disability. He's always a cheerful person and full of expression. He's taken up various trainings, employment ventures such as paper cup, plate making, bags, block printing, sewing, automobile mechanic, also working at Savera Hotel in the hospitality industry. And now he's trained in Vidya Sagar as a care professional for persons with disabilities, and he works there. He can cycle, ride a scooter, and is trained to travel independently. I think the automobile mechanic where he was engaged in making switchboards was somebody he remembers very fondly. And as we'll see, he loves to go out and be with friends and enjoys movies, temple, beach. One thing that to note is that we will be doing this segment bilingual. He'll talk a little bit in Tamil and English mixed together. And Smitha will help in the translation as well and interpretation. Okay. Hi, Renu.
Fine, Ram.
How are you?
Fine.
Fine. Okay. So you have done a lot of different activities, right? As your introduction says, you have done paper cup making, plate making, bags, block printing, sewing, working at the automobile mechanic, in the hospitality industry. What activities do you like the most?
நீ நிறைய வேலை பார்த்திருக்க இல்லையா, இப்போ வந்து நிறைய ட்ரைனிங்கும் போயிருக்க. அந்த ட்ரிப்ளிகேன்ல போய் சுவிட்ச் போர்ட் பண்றது, அதே மாதிரி வந்து ஹோட்டல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி சவேரா ஹோட்டல்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்க, அப்புறம் பேப்பர் கப், பேப்பர் பிளேட் இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்க, வித்யாசாகர்லயும் ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்க. ஸோ இது எல்லாத்துலயுமே உனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது எது?
Switchboard.
Okay, he says switchboard is the one he
likes the most. Right, right. And current job, what do you do at Vidya Sagar?
இப்போ வந்து வித்யாசாகர்ல நீ என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க?
இப்போ வந்து பசங்களுக்கு ட்ரைனிங் டாய்லெட் பண்ணி க்ளீன் பண்றது, அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்நாக்ஸ் டப்பா ஓப்பன் பண்ணி அவங்களுக்கு ஸ்நாக்ஸ் எடுத்து குடிக்கிறது, அதுக்கப்புறம் லஞ்ச் ஃபினிஷ் ஆகிருந்தோம்னா லஞ்ச் பேக்ல வைக்கிறது.
Okay, so now he is working as a care professional is what he's saying, and he's explaining his activities like assisting in toilet, assisting during lunch time, and all those things.
Right, right, good. And you earn money, right, Renuraj?
Yes.
What do you do with the money you earn?
பைசா சம்பளம் வருது இல்லையா, salary, அந்த salaryல நீ என்ன பண்ற?
அம்மா மம்மி.
You give it to your mother?
Yes,
mother.
Right, right.
Contributes to his family.
Contributes to the family, right. And when you work in different places that you worked, you make friends everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Friends இருக்காங்க. Many friends.
Many friends. Many friends. You also acted in this Vidya Sagar film, Ramu's Choice, where you were the lead actor. You were Ramu, right?
Right.
நீதான் அந்த படத்துல ஹீரோவா நடிச்ச.
ஆமா.
Yes.
So did you enjoy the experience?
ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தா அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்? உனக்கு நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ணியா நீ?
நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ணிருந்தேன்.
அதுல உனக்கு என்ன பிடிச்சிருந்தது ரொம்ப? அந்த ஃபிலிம்ல வந்து உனக்கு டேப் வாங்குற மாதிரி எல்லாம் வந்து காமிச்சிருந்தோம் இல்லையா, அதுல எல்லாம் வந்து உனக்கு என்ன ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தது?
கேம்ஸ் பிடிச்சிருந்தது.
Okay, he says he like games in the tab.
Games
actually,
on the tab.
And after the film he got a real tab because it was passion. He really wanted to buy one tab, and so he loves the games in the tab.
Right, right. So when you bought the tab, so tab is short for tablet for people who don't call it tab. When you bought the tablet, is it very expensive?
அந்த tab வாங்குனல அது வந்து ரொம்ப காஸ்ட் அதிகமா இருந்ததா, பைசா ஜாஸ்தியா இருந்ததா இல்ல கம்மியா இருந்ததா?
கம்மியா இருந்தது.
Okay, he says it's less. Not so expensive is what he says.
Not so expensive. Okay, okay. And you go out with friends, Renuraj? Do you go out with friends? I think we have a little bit of a network issue. They seem to be freezing. You're back on. Smitha, so Renuraj, do you like to go out with friends, and where do you go out with them?
Friends கூட வெளிய போக பிடிக்குமா உனக்கு?
கொஞ்சம் போக பிடிக்கும்.
Okay, he likes to go out with friends.
And where do you go?
எங்க போயிருக்க friends கூட?
அடையார் park.
Okay. He has gone to Adiyar Punga, which is Adiyar Park.
Right, right. Okay, okay. And do you like to go for movies?
Yes.
Yes. Who's your favorite actor?
Vijay Trisha.
Right.
Vijay and Trisha.
Okay. And your favorite food? Do you like to eat out?
I go to Puri.
He likes to eat
Puri. Okay. 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 And do you go out alone as well?
வெளியில தனியா போயிருக்கியா? வீட்ல இருந்து ஸ்கூலுக்கு எல்லாம் தனியா வந்திருக்கியா?
Father, mother.
Okay. அம்மா அப்பா கூட தான் வர. இப்போ வர. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி
only father.
only father-ஓட இப்போ வர. இன்னைக்கு எல்லாம் வர. இல்லையா? சோ இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீ தனியா வந்திருக்கியா ஸ்கூலுக்கு?
இல்ல. only father கூட.
Okay, அப்பா கூட மட்டும் தான் வந்திருக்க. And cycle la ஓட்டிட்லாம் தனியா
Auto.
வந்திருக்கியா?
Only auto.
Okay, he's taking only auto.
Right.
Only shared.
Right.
Only
Right.
shared.
Okay. And in terms of, I think you also had one incident, right, where your mother wanted to use the money you have saved for your sister's wedding. Did you like that? Or, I know you eventually contributed, but did you like that? And how did you decide that, yes, you want to do it?
So உங்க அம்மா வந்து ஒரு தடவை உன் தங்கச்சி கல்யாணத்துக்கு உன்னுடைய salary வேணும்னு கேட்டாங்க இல்லையா? அப்போ வந்து நீ உனக்கு அது அக்ரியபிளா இருந்தா ஒத்துக்கிட்டியா நீ? உனக்கு வந்து ஓகே நீ சந்தோஷமா அவங்களுக்கு கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணியா? இல்ல வந்து இல்ல இது நான் ஏன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சியா? இல்ல ஓகே. He happily contributed to his family.
Good. Okay. So we'll check if there's again any questions or comments. I don't think there's any questions for him at the moment. There are people watching, but there are no questions. So thank you, Renuraj, and thank you, Smitha. So we move to Bhavna now.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So while we are getting ready, let me do a quick introduction on Bhavna. She will introduce herself, but here's a quick recap while she's getting ready. So she is a commerce graduate from Chennai. I've got the first line mistaken. She's a founder of Connect Special, and she has cerebral palsy. She's a commerce graduate, limited motor ability and speech, has a lot of friends. She was judged Miss Smiley in college, social entrepreneur who started a business based on her interest in Ahimsa silk and wanted to employ persons with disabilities, but could not find an accessible business location. So ended up starting it at home. And she did not like the charity attitude of customers or the isolation of working alone. So she decided to not put that business on hold for now. And she started Connect Special, which kind of brings in her interest in rights-based initiatives because she's a proud member of the Disability Rights Alliance. And Connect Special is an inclusion newsletter that disseminates information, creates awareness, and demystifies disability. And in the meantime, I think she is ready. Hi, Bhavna. And we have with her Kalpana, her mother. Hi, we have a few comments. Usha says, hello, listening and watching you on the webinar. Okay.
Do this.
Yeah, you want to share?
Yes, the PPT.
Or should I explain? Share.
This is
I'm
this one.
sharing.
This one. You want to take this?
Hi, Bhavna.
Bhavna is saying hi.
Hi, yes.
Share. Is it seen?
So, are you able to see the screen?
Yes,
Aparna?
I'm able to see the screen.
Okay. Saying that Bhavna. Right. Can you see the PPT screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So, you wanted to introduce Bhavna herself, right?
Right. Yeah. So,
She has and its voiceover is not working actually. So, I will just read it out for the
Sure.
viewer. I am Bhavna Botta, founder, editor of Connect Special, This year, I have been elected as president of ISAC India chapter. I am a person with cerebral palsy and an augmentative and alternative communication system user.
Right. Okay. So how do you communicate, Bhavna? I know you say you are augmentative. Okay.
I use an eye-pointing alphabet board along with a variety of software and access devices for communication, leisure, and for work. I access my laptop by activating a movement sensor non-contact switch, Aditi, with my right foot, which is what I am doing right now to click the slides of this PowerPoint. Right now, it is not working.
Can I put the Aditi video?
The
Sure.
Aditi video is, so we'll share that.
Just confirm whether you're seeing Aparna.
No, not yet. Have you shared it?
Okay. Yeah, we have shared it.
Is it?
Are you able to see?
You want to? No, I can't see. I can hear it, but I can't see it. You want to unshare the? It's still showing the PowerPoint.
Yes. You have to unshare the earlier one, PPT, and share.
Can you now?
Now?
No, still
you-
can't see. No, I'm surprised because yesterday we saw.
Yeah, 1 second. This, where did we do this? No. Where was it? Is that?
No. Launch meeting. Yeah, we can just
I'm doing
Share,
a share again.
share.
Sure.
Share
Screen,
screen,
whiteboard.
screen share.
This maybe go to settings.
Yeah, it's showing something. Yeah. Okay. Videos, folders.
Folders.
Sorry about it, but
Okay, maybe we'll continue and then you can do
Yeah,
this at the end. Or you want to just finish this?
it's on, but it's not showing. Stop share. 1 second. One. Share. Wait.
Yeah, I can see
Now
now.
we are able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can just describe, Kalpana.
It's a scan mode which is happening. It's on an on-screen keyboard. And Bhavna has the sensor switch near her foot. And she has to activate it with her red foot to select the alphabet, whichever she wants to do. Once the scan mode is on, the alphabets will go one after the other. She has to wait for the alphabet which she wants to select and move her right foot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how she activates. Once she selects, the alphabet is selected and that gets typed onto the monitor.
Right. Okay. So she does it one alphabet at a time, basically, right?
One alphabet at a time. And there is a word prediction which allows her to choose the words if she has to do.
Okay. Okay. Good. So how useful has this tool been, and especially given that she is an editor of a newsletter like Connect Special, plus she's fairly active on social media as well as emails and stuff like that, right? So can you just describe how that helps her on an ongoing basis.
Stop share. Yeah. Now can we? Yeah.
Okay.
Now she's actually the eye pointing chart, and she's for the question you said, she says it has given her the independence to do.
Right. Right. Okay. Excellent. So maybe we can load the PowerPoint again so we can continue. And again, people who are following us, please, if you have any questions, please ask them. You know, the team is around to answer.
Yeah, any question?
Okay, so the next question was, Bhavna, you refer to college as the best phase where you made friends for life. You know, tell us about the kind of choices you made during college.
I should say my college days were the best, and I made my friends for life here. We still keep in touch. I had a wonderful time in college. There were lots of choices. Pick entrepreneurship project, internship subjects, whether to bunk the class and escape to beach or movie, or sit for hours in canteen. Lovely days. It was fun, and studies maybe in that order.
She's clearly very happy remembering those days.
Yeah. She says yes.
Right. So Bhavna, you are a serial entrepreneur. Share your 2 initiatives, please.
I started Sahajika, Ahimsa Silk Boutique in 2012. It was a great experience procuring Ahimsa silk, designing organic products and selling them. I started it out of my house, which made me feel lonely at the end of the day, so I have kept it on hold. I am looking out for an affordable place so I can expand it and create job opportunities for people with disabilities. My next venture was something close to my heart. Connect Special is an online newsletter bridging the gap between persons with disability and the policymakers.
Right. Just while we are at it, we have Usha saying, listening and watching you on the webinar, delighted, and that's to all 3 of them, Swami, Renuraj, and Bhavna. We've got Poonam saying, yes, join Usha in celebrating the 3 of you. Okay, thank you.
Bhavna says hi to both of them, Mrs. Poonam Natarajan and Mrs. Usha Ramakrishnan.
Right. The next question is, do you prefer Connect Special? And what is your special moment of running Connect Special?
Connect Special has literally connected me to many people. I feel happy that I am able to do my bit in disseminating information, demystify disability, and thus help create inclusive community.
Ask them for special moment of running. Right. Good. And you know, you in addition to using technology, you also rely on an interpreter, right? So there is some level of dependence and deriving support from an interpreter. What are the pros and cons?
I use a lot of support from interpreters because I am comfortable using my iPoint chart than my computer, as it is fast and I can express what I want quickly. Yes, there are pros and cons. I can only say ultimately it is my right, and if people don't believe in me, it's not my problem.
Right. So, okay, just a question. Why do you think what is it that people don't believe? You know, don't believe in me. What does that mean? Is she trying to say that they don't believe in her abilities? Bhavna, are you saying that?
Or you are not
Sometimes
communicating.
it's interpreter, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Is saying. Okay. Interpreter is saying is what they say.
Okay.
Ah,
So what she
okay.
says is, so people
Right.
think that it's the interpreter who is saying it, making it.
Right, right. And it's not her point of view or it's not her ideas.
Yes.
Okay. That can be very, very annoying. I agree.
Wow. Wow. Huh?
Right. And the next question, you've adopted AAC very actively. What is your advice to people watching this?
AAC is a powerful tool for all people like me having difficulty in communication. I use AAC all the time and it changed my life. If I could go to college, run a business, have fun with friends, it's all thanks to AAC.
Right. Great, great. Thank you. So I think just on the comments, there's Radha saying, Radha Ramesh, you make us all proud. Ravi Chandar saying, Swaminathan, your drawings are really creative, and hopefully you'll do well and become famous. I think we have no other questions. Smitha, you want to add anything or ask Bhavna anything?
Actually, Swami is making the drawing. So,
Has he finished?
Swami, have you finished?
Oh.
Okay. Yes. He has just done one part of.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This is Swami alone sitting in between. So, the other one is Renuraj's face. Bhavna's portion is yet to come.
Wow. That's very good.
Yeah.
If you can stop sharing, then I can share.
Yes, yes. Do you have Renuraj's film? Renu's film, Ramu's Choice. If we can, it is just 1 minute film. If
1
we
second,
can do
I did post it on our Facebook page yesterday. So let me see if I can pick it up, share that.
And the film is also talking about supported decision making.
Right.
So, how decision making can be facilitated by simple choices, and the support has to be in the language that they understand, or it has to be in easy to understand language.
So let me know if you can see it. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are able to see. We are not able to hear the audio.
So, yeah, so I think that film does explain quite nicely how a supportive environment can enable people to make decisions on their own, and that was a real life example, right, where he did decide to finally buy a tablet.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's a great example.
And got trained to travel independently with a cycle or even with auto rickshaw, bus.
Right.
So we need a supporting environment which is provided by organizations like Vidya Sagar in independent living training, so that people can start living independently with support systems.
Right. Okay. So I think do you have any concluding remarks, Smitha, before I add a few?
So ultimately, we are here to celebrate life. So, everyone is celebrating life in their own way, which has to be recognized and acknowledged and just be part of the celebration.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I think before I, kind of thank everybody who's watching us, as well as people who are the panelists who participated and made the effort to go through the dry runs and get through the technical challenges. I think that's great examples we've seen of how with small modifications to the way we approach different personalities, we can help them communicate better, whether it is technology driven assistance, or whether it is through giving clear options, or it's through simplifying the language. Like for instance, for people who may not have observed, when I was talking to Swami, I always made sure that I started my question with Swami. That was something I learned as part of the preparation for this. And also because he was most comfortable with choices, we made sure that we gave him choices for his answers. Similarly for Renuraj, we needed to go bilingual, so we did a combination of Tamil and English. And with Bhavna, we saw how technology can. Sorry, Smitha, you were saying something.
Also simplify the concepts to him.
Correct. Yeah. So I think it's important that, as human beings, we learn to modify our own interactions with various people to enable them to participate in conversations, to enable them to live with us in an inclusive manner. And also, I think it's also important that we recognize that people learn decision making through, small decision points throughout their life, and those points are different, right? So for a 2-year-old, those points are different from a 5-year-old, is different for a 10-year-old, and so on. So similarly, you need to build those, you still have to go through that process of giving those choices so that they learn the process of decision making. And we find that once they have developed those decision making skills, then they are able to make more and more complex or involved decisions. So I think it's important that we recognize the rights of people to make their own decisions and allow them to develop their personalities. And I think that's really the message we have today, that every individual can and should be allowed to make their own decisions, and we need to move towards a supported decision making model, and that's in line with the United Nations CRPD as well. So for those of you watching, don't forget to follow us, and if you have any feedback or any suggestions, please write to us at editor@patientsengage.com, or you can message us on our Facebook page. And we're always looking for suggestions on what you want the next webinar to be about, and or even the next topic for an article to be about. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Smitha. And I think Swami is still busy drawing at the back. So wish him all the best.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Aparna.
Thanks. Let me stop.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.